ISTEP scores are now finally out, and for the second year in a row, fewer students are passing that test.
Educators are disappointed, and Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk is here with a look at what they are saying to schools and parents. Rich?
John, first of all, there's a drop of a couple of percentage points across the board. That's on top of last year's decline. In a state, this is a test no one seems to like. Everyone wants to replace it, but in the meantime, scores affect students, teachers, schools, and whole communities.
When Carmen Breedlove looks at schools for her son, she'll be checking their ISTEP scores.
I definitely want them to be high because then it shows me that the kids are learning.
Just 2/3 of Indiana's elementary school students pass the English Language Arts exam. Almost 59% passed mathematics. Slightly more than half passed both exams. That's a drop of about 2% from last year.
We were down like most of the state of Indiana in all content areas.
Yorktown's school superintendent, Jennifer McCormick,
The ISTEP at this point, there's not much credibility put on those results.
Is the incoming state superintendent of public schools.
Some of the highest performing students in the state that have plummeted to where they look like they're some of the worst performing students in the state. There's no way that that could accurately reflect what's happening in the classroom.
The Department of Education attributes lower scores to more rigorous academic standards it says will take years for schools to reach. Lawmakers and educators want a new test, one that costs less, takes less time to administer, and more accurately measures what children are learning. Carol Ann Dinneman has 2 children.
I guess I would like something that more checks a wider variety of what they're learning instead of just 3 basic skills. There's more than just reading, writing, and math in life.
Schools are already giving students a variety of assessment tests. McCormick wants a new state test that fits in with them.
It needs to be one more additional piece to a lot of other data that we're using in the classroom to say, are students ready for the next level?
Let's talk about what's next for ISTEP. Students take it again in the spring. Lawmakers hoped it would be the last test, but a panel of lawmakers hasn't come up with recommendations yet for a new one, John.
Which is surprising because it seems like nobody likes it. So how long are we going to be using the ISTEP test?
I spoke with the chairman of the House Republican Education Committee, John Boehning. He told me it's going to probably be with us for a couple of more years. So hold tight.
All right. Thank you, Rich.